What's up, guys? It's gonna be part two of my review. I'm sorry, I just finished uploading it. Part one uploaded fine, but part two, it's like YouTube does sometimes, and it really gets on my fucking nerves. They cut off part of the video. I don't know why, but I'd like to wring someone's neck right about now, so I'm just gonna try and do this part two as quickly as possible. So I left off after a Stone Cold stunned Alex Riley. It was funny. The crowd was chanting, stun them all, stun them all, to like Stone Cold to stun all the tough enough contestants. Really funny stuff. This crowd was great all night. Um, stun them all. The crowd, and then Stone Cold tosses them all beers. Keystone again, and they start drinking. The crowd was booing when Stone Cold was tossing them beers. It was pretty funny. And then Stone Cold goes over to his coal in his little coal mine and throws two beers in there. Get like Cole looks all like basically when Stone Cold poured beer on him last month before WrestleMania. That look on his face, like no one likes me, and like just a dejected look. That was good stuff. And then Josh Matthews hypes the Cena Rock segment later. And we go to commercial, and back from commercial, we get another WrestleMania stat. And then out comes Alberto Del Rio. No sick ride tonight, unfortunately. But his opponent was Evan Bourne, who slid into the ring while Del Rio's music was still playing. It's like, well, that's how you know that someone's going to lose, when they're introduced during commercial and you don't even get to see their entrance. Tip classic jobber shit right there. So Brodus Clay came out again to be in Del Rio's corner. It's obvious they wanted him to win Tough Enough. Yeah, Tough Enough. NXT. I mean, what the hell, John? What poor Johnny Curtis? What the hell is that? Where the hell is he? Where the hell is he? And for that matter, where's R-Truth as pro? Wasn't he supposed to get a? They were supposed to get a tag team title shot. I mean, I like Brodus Clay. He's a big dude, but I wanted to see Johnny Curtis in action too. Poor guy. So I guess it just shows another reason why that show is fucking worthless. Um, Unbelievable WWE. Nice going, Vince. Honestly, just stick to Tough Enough. I was just watching some of it, but they're replaying it all night, so I'm gonna catch it a little later. Um, Looks pretty cool so far. Um, so Alberto Del Rio versus Evan Bourne. Um, this match went 3 minutes. Bourne got some offense in. It was like basically a squash. Del Rio won with the cross arm breaker submission, and yeah. So Del Rio got a bit of a bloody lip. So Evan Bourne jobs once again side. I've heard some WWE releases are coming like this Wednesday or something, or Thursday, and it's supposed to. I read it's going to be like 12 to 14 mid card talents, and I just hope it's not Evan Bourne, guys like that, or like Zack Ryder, Ted DiBiase, just guys like that who the only reason if they got released because they didn't get a chance. Like no one, Vince didn't give two shits about them, and all these guys have so much potential. It's ridiculous. But I don't know. I'd be really sad to see a lot of these guys get released. So, and I heard Chris Masters is supposed to get a push after the Royal Rumble, which was 2 months ago. I haven't seen him do much at all, so I don't know what the fuck Vince is doing. So we go to commercial, and back from commercial, we get a recap of WrestleMania Access from last week. It's like, okay, we already seen what's happened with that. And after that, out comes Fat Pig known as Vicky Guerrero. Ugh. And she's blaming Lay Cool for them losing the match for them and Dolph last night. And Ziggler gets on the mic basically says, I want a match right now, mixed tag. So it's me, Dolph, and then out comes John Morrison and Trish Stratus. Trish, my God, just still looking so hot. Sucks. This is probably gonna be the last time you see Trish with WWE for a while, since everyone sticks around, like involved with WrestleMania. They'll stick around for the usually the night after the Raw, after like obviously Stone Cold and Rock did tonight, but it just sucks. So she got bigger and better things to work on. So I mean the Divas division could use her, but what are you gonna do? So Trish looking hot as hell again. So Dolph Ziggler and Vicky Guerrero versus John Morrison and Trish Stratus. This match went 4 minutes. Jomo and Trish won after Morrison hit Starship Pain on Ziggler. It didn't even look like he got all of it. He botches that a lot sometimes. He overshoots it. But he still got some, so he got the pin. Then we get hype for Cena, calling out The Rock later. Commercial, back on commercial. Sheamus to the ring. And he had new attire on, red, white, and blue tights, and, he had royal blue knee pads with white stars on them, obviously, to go with his United States champion gimmick, I guess. And his usual black long wrist tape he has was red, so it's pretty cool, I guess. So next is Daniel Bryan. So finally, United States Championship match, which I was looking forward to last night, we get tonight. So Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan for the U.S. title. And at this point, it was 10:47. I was like, all right, this match can go for 10 minutes, and The Rock and Cena can take as long as they want in their segment. Oh, I just wanted to see a good match, but the match went 5 minutes. It really wasn't anything spectacular at all. I was expecting a little more. Sheamus retained with a brogue kick. But then after that, music hits, and after the match, Sheamus starts beating down on Daniel Bryan as he's not done yet. And then some music hits, and at first, for a second, I thought it was Awesome Kong because it sounded like a huge footstep. Because that was like your TNA music, kind of. It was just the sound of like a huge stomp. But I was like, why would she debut in this part, like segment? But ends up being Sin Cara, and out he comes to a nice pop, and he has like had his like this weird cape thing on. His attire, his mask and shit is just sick, and he points to Sheamus and heads down to the ring. Looked like he botched his entrance a little, kind of like tried to do a senton over the top rope, but it didn't matter because he made up for it with a couple moves he did. Hit a like bounced off, jumped off the top. It was like a top rope Hurricane Rana. Like jumped off the top rope, hit a Hurricane Rana, which sent Sheamus out of the ring. That was sick. And then he hit this huge crossbody to the outside on Sheamus. Serious hang time. Just awesome. They showed the slow motion replay. I mean, he really got some serious hang time. Yeah, it was fucking awesome. So then I wonder if that's going to be a feud now. Sin Cara and Sheamus, because after Sin Cara ran back up to the stage, did like this like little pose thing. I don't even think the dude can speak English. As far best to my knowledge. But so it kind of sucks, Daniel Bryan going to be pushed to the back of the line. Yeah, watch, he's one of the 14 guys that gets released this week. I would be unbelievably pissed, and I'd make the most epic rant video in the history of the world. Um, but I'm pretty sure he's secure with with his spot in the company. So after that, we see Cena calling out who's going to call it The Rock. That's up next. We got a commercial, and back from commercial, out comes Cena and his new attire, his red shirt, which I admit it's obviously better than his purple shirt. Red hat, red armbands, red shirt. Looks like a fucking homeless Raggedy Ann. Uh, I just think that's probably something the Rock would say about him. But a lot of boos for Cena. Says, I know a lot of people are upset what happened to me last night in the match. And I was like, actually not really. As far as I'm concerned, everyone was pretty excited and satisfied what happened to you because you had it coming. So Cena says, if The Rock didn't do what he did, the main event of WrestleMania would have ended in a draw. And Cena congratulates The Miz. He says, I've been in this business long enough, Miz, to know it doesn't matter how you get it done. You walked into the main event of WrestleMania as WWE Champion, and you walked out still a WWE Champion. And this part was cool. I gained respect. I mean, I already have a shitload of respect for Cena. I've seen how great of a person he is. Again, if I have to reiterate it to some of you morons who give me shit for shitting on Cena, I like the person he is. I've seen what a great, wonderful human being he is outside the ring, and I respect the hell out of him. I respect the absolute hell out of this man for the work he puts in, because I know he's, from what I've heard and read, he's the hardest working son of a bitch in the business, and he is so passionate about it. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's what these guys live for, and so much respect for Cena about that. I just can't stand his character. That's it. So yeah, but this part I gained even more respect for Cena. And he said, he looked in the camera and said, he basically put over the Miz. He said, Miz, after last night, I think we can all say that no one's overlooking you again. We all take you serious now, and that was pretty cool because you could tell Cena was serious. And the crowd got a nice pop from the crowd too, which is cool because Miz definitely should be recognized as a main event player now, consistent main event player. So. Then Rocky chants start up, and he says, it's obvious, Cena says, it's obvious I haven't earned the Rock's respect yet, and for some reason he still doesn't like me. Cena says, we have some business settled right now. So Rock's music hits after a little, kind of icing Cena, if you will. For a little, out comes Rock, and I love his new shirt, by the way. It's the Brahma Bull, logo on the front, but it's American flag, red, white, and blue. And it says, just bring it on the back in red, white, and blue. Or team bring it, I believe. Just really cool. So big pop for People's Champ, and the Rocky chant start up, as well as a huge Fruity Pebbles chant, which is funny. And Cena is like, it's funny. And then Rock says, let me be direct with you, John Cena. What did you think was going to happen? Payback was coming. He He says, you bet your ass I talk trash about you. It's what I do to everyone. It's what the people love. He says, you're wrong about respect, though. Rock says, The Rock respects John Cena. Says, just because I've been away all these years doesn't mean I'm not aware of what I haven't seen what you've done. Like, I know you've become one of the biggest WWE superstars in history. I've seen how passionate you are about the business and how the drive you have, and you could tell the camera was on Cena's face during this, and you could tell Cena, like, he looked like he was even getting a little emotional, not emotional, but like this probably meant a lot to him coming out, like The Rock just saying all this about Cena, like what Cena's probably like, wow, like this is how I made it, like damn. Rock giving me tons of props. Like, he was just like, Rock sees how passionate you've been, the drive you had. That's what all of us have, like this drive for this business. And Rock says, I respect you for that. And you could see Cena really appreciated that. That was pretty cool, too. See, I like shit like that, showing respect no matter who it's between. Because respect is what it's all about. And just because, yeah, and then Rock says, but despite all that, it doesn't change the fact that I just flat out don't like you. And Rock says, look at us, we're complete opposites. We dress differently, we talk differently, and some bunch of other stuff. He says, the truth is, we're similar in that whenever we want to do something, we want to do it better than anyone. And Rock says, when we go shopping, I go somewhere, I forget where he said, and you obviously shop at Baby Gap, which is pretty funny. And then Cena cracked a good one right back, said, oh, how funny, taking fashion advice from the Tooth Fairy. It's pretty funny. I got to give him that. And Cena tries to get the crowd hyped like he usually does. Like, look at the people, Rock. Or like, people are not here to see us talk, but to see a match. And right there, I was like, nah, I can agree with you there, Cena. Definitely agree. Um, he says the match that people want is John Cena versus The Rock, and Cena says it's obvious this is what we should do. Cena says, do you want to talk about it or do you want to bring it? Cena takes off his hat and his shirt, and he's ready to go. Rock says, John Cena, you have no idea what you just asked for. The Rock says, we make history, the biggest matchup of all time. WrestleMania 28, Rock says, John Cena, or The Rock versus John Cena. And right there, I was like, fuck yeah, finally the match we've all been waiting for these past few years. It's going to happen. They shake up, Rock offers him his hand, and Cena shakes it after, a little hesitation. So that already the main event of WrestleMania 28 next year is already set. John Cena versus The Rock. Fucking epic. Oh, man. And then, so out comes the core, and for some reason, Rock and Cena clean house. Cena hits 5-knuckle shuffle on Heath Slater, then Rock hits the people's elbow. Cena hits an FU. I couldn't tell who he hit it on, but then Rock capped it off with a rock bottom on Wade Barrett. Almost like they were trying to outdo each other. Then Raw goes off the air, or Rock and Cena shake hands again, and then they stare at each other with Cena on the outside of the ring, Rock on the inside, and Raw goes off the air the night after WrestleMania with Rock posing on the top turnbuckle as Cena looks on from the stage, kind of like smiling, like, yeah, I got what I wanted or whatever. So it was a really good Raw, guys. I really enjoyed this. Despite that Orton Mysterio tag team match, that was the only good match. Sorry, I just had to change positions for a quick second. Oh man, this match is gonna be fucking awesome. Rock Cena. Just wow, it's finally gonna happen. I want to do anything in my power to get a ticket for that because that's the once in a lifetime match and you're never gonna see it again. And a lot can happen from a year from now. It's probably the last time we'll see Rock on Raw for a while because I heard he's gonna go on to do an international tour to promote his movie faster. Wow. This show is just this match is going to be awesome. I can't wait. A lot can happen in a year. Possibly a Cena heel turn. Who knows? But Rock versus John Cena. Mark it down. April 1st, 2012, Miami, Florida, Sun Life Stadium. The Great One versus Doctor of Thugonomics. Versus Team Bring It, baby. And I'm ready. So anxious to see. What happens from here on out. Like I said, this is why the Raw after WrestleMania is great. New stuff happens, and sometimes it's stuff you never thought would happen. So let me know what you thought on tonight's show, guys. Comment, subscribe for those of you who haven't, and I'm gonna watch some Tough Enough now. You guys check it out too. I'm out. Peace.